Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Jonathan Hopkins, the Interim Executive Director of the West Palm Beach Mobility Coalition, or known in short as WPBgo. Today we're going to talk about the launch of a new program, a new nonprofit here that's a public-private partnership. This morning I'm going to tell you something that you already know. West Palm Beach and Palm Beach County have become one of the most popular places in the country to live or for companies to move their headquarters. Our Business Development Board reports that last year set records for companies and jobs moving to the county. We're attracting world-class blue-chip companies to our city, along with all the jobs and support roles that grow our population as well as grow visitors. This is a compliment to how desirable and enjoyable place it is to live here. It's also a compliment to the place that many people here behind me and in this downtown have helped create, that they've spent years creating, that people love to be in and that they want to move to. This is all good news. On the flip side of that, it does cause a lot of the congestion coming into downtown and traffic of people that are trying to get into our downtown. Growth, new businesses and jobs invites more traffic and congestion, especially if we don't do anything about it. That's why last year, community leaders that included Related, the Chamber, the DDA, the TPA, Brightline, and others began discussing creation of a thing called a Transportation Management Association, or a TMA for short. That group has become the West Palm Beach Mobility Coalition, now comprised of a growing list of both public and private sector partners, including Palm Tran, organizations like FAU, NORA, the One Parking, the Chamber of the Palm Beaches, the West Palm Beach DDA, and others. Many of these organizations, public and private, believe in this organization so much that they're putting their own money or in-kind support into the financial support of this organization. This is the type of public-private partnership in every sense of the word, focused on making a difference in how we get around in the near term. TMAs, like WPBgo, are partnerships between business and government to apply best practices to reduce traffic impacts. When successful, they help fit a lot more people on our roads without expanding those roads. They're a tool our country's fastest growing cities have applied to enable continued economic growth and vitality. As you may know, it's pretty impossible to expand many of the roads coming into West Palm Beach or into downtown, so we have to do something different. If just one company by itself wanted to make a difference, it would just be a drop in the bucket. But with all of us and government working together, we can influence how people get around, make sure it's more efficient, and make better use of the infrastructure that's been provided of us. One way we do that is through education. For example, our downtown and our city core is a world-class place for getting around without your car. Just look around me. There are so many options here, including walking, biking on your own bike or on Bright Bike, using Circuit, using Palm Tran, get in and out downtown on Palm Tran, Tri-Rail, and Brightline. There's almost no city in the country that has these type of options, especially if you're going north-south. But these options don't really matter if people don't know about it. One of the best ways we can solve that is working together with business, with employers, with attractions, and helping ensure people know how they can get around easily. They know that it's cheaper or that it's free. And when people know, they will do it more. And that reduces demands on our limited parking and our limited roads. Education is one step, but the only one. The second is incentives. Best practices from around the country include things that we will experiment with. Testing things like, what happens if we change the price of transit passes for people to ride transit and employers are involved in that? What if employers are involved in giving people easier access to Bright Bike, informing them about Circuit, all of these things. Some of the fastest growing cities in the country have adopted these sorts of measures and seen 60% ridership growth. Most other cities that haven't done these things are flat over the past 10 to 20 years. Third is measuring our work, sampling how people get to and from downtown. And this is really important to account for what works and what doesn't. Something that many people might not know, and this is really, really important for people to realize, quote in the newspaper, wherever you want, is that nearly 4 years ago, 25% of people in downtown said they wanted to get here without their car. That's a lot of people. I mean, there's nearly 30,000, there's around 30,000 jobs in downtown. 25% saying they wanted to get here without their car, and 25% actually did that. Just 2 years ago, that number became 40%. Nearly half saying they want to get into downtown without their car, and a third, 33%, actually did. People want these sort of solutions. This mobility coalition, WPBgo, with leadership from the city, Palm Tran, all of our partners, the mayor, everybody else is working to help people do this even better and have even more access. Our work is continuing a trend that people are already excited about. We have to help more people see their options and continue to make improvements to those options. Overall, we represent your government and some of your local employers working together to make a difference starting now. So that's all I'm going to say, just to help you understand what this newfangled thing is. Not every city has a partnership like this. We are very, very lucky. And fundamentally, it comes down to leadership. Leadership from our city and the mayor, from different community partners and founding partners. So at this point, I'm going to hand it over to the mayor. Him and his administration have made this possible. So I'll cede the podium to Mayor Keith James.
Good morning, everyone. Truly a pleasure to be here this morning. Thank you for joining us to make this exciting announcement for the future of our city. It's a pleasure to be here to commemorate a very special event, the launch of West Palm Beach Mobility Coalition, or WPBgo for short, which is a partnership of the public and private sectors to work together to reduce the impacts of congestion and improve access to our community. Before I go any further, I do want to acknowledge the presence of City Commissioner Christina Fox. There she is. Commissioner Fox, thank you for joining us. Round of applause, yes. Commissioners can never get enough applause, so whenever I get a chance, yeah. So West Palm Beach has long been acknowledged as a thriving hub for businesses and job opportunities. People gravitate to our city, drawn by a thriving job market and exceptional quality of life. However, with this growth comes a pressing need to address our transportation challenges and ensure that our city remains accessible, efficient, and convenient. Recognizing the complexity of our transportation system, we acknowledge that no one single entity can tackle the challenges alone. Our transit and transportation networks involve multiple providers, necessitating a coordinated effort to ensure efficiency, speed, frequency, and convenience for our residents and visitors. In this spirit of collaboration, we are committed to improving access to our transit and mobility systems, ultimately driving higher ridership and service enhancements. Now, this approach aligns with best practices employed by some of the nation's fastest growing cities. Our data supports the efficacy of collaboration, demonstrating its positive impact on urban development and sustainable transportation solutions. From the outset, the City of West Palm Beach has been at the forefront of launching this partnership, illustrating our dedication to working together for the greater good. But speaking of working collaboratively, I would like to recognize the Chamber of Commerce, Palm Tran, related companies, Nora West Palm, One Parking, and TPA for their partnership and support. The benefits of our collective efforts will be realized by both our residents and employers. We anticipate tangible results as early as this year. While traditional infrastructure projects such as road expansions or train line constructions can take years to complete, this collaboration enables us to optimize our transportation system's efficiency in the present moment. I'm immensely proud that West Palm Beach is playing a pivotal role in the launch of this transformative collaboration. By facilitating access to our city core for work, fostering patronage at local businesses, and promoting overall community engagement, we are enhancing the lives of our residents and visitors alike. Let us celebrate this significant milestone as we embark on a journey toward a more interconnected and prosperous West Palm Beach. The positive impacts will be felt by all, inspiring us to continue working together, forging partnerships, and finding innovative solutions to shape a city that embraces progress while preserving its unique charm. I invite you all to join us in celebrating the launch of WPBgo and to explore the opportunities it presents. Together, let us forge a path toward a more connected, prosperous, and inclusive West Palm Beach. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor. This would also not be possible without aggressive involvement of the private sector. So one of our founding members of this is the Related Companies. So I want to introduce partner and Executive Vice President Gopal Rajegowda to speak about the impacts and the involvement of the private sector in this effort.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and thank you, Mayor. Today is an incredibly exciting day, the launch of the West Palm Beach Mobility Coalition, also known as WPBgo. Related is proud to be a founding member and a funding member of this coalition. And I can tell you, as we develop cities around the world, mobility is one of the most important topics that we have to encounter as we think about creating vibrant live, work, and play environments. West Palm Beach is on a growth surge right now. More people want to come here to live here, play here, and work here. And we're seeing that firsthand from all the developments we're developing in downtown West Palm. And with that, we need to think about and continue to think about, in partnership, public-private partnerships, think about how we take cars off the road in order to allow those who rely on the car to move freely throughout the downtown. We hope that we're taking the lead as a leading employer here in the downtown, and we hope that other employers think the same about incentivizing their workers to walk, bike, carpool, vanpool, or take transit to work. This is an incredible place. It's a walkable place. In fact, today I walked here with my colleague from Rosemary Avenue, from our office at 360 Rosemary, down Clematis Street to here. It took us about 10 minutes. There are very few cities in the world that have this opportunity to be a mobile connected city. I want to thank everyone who's involved in this, because it really takes a large partnership between the public and private partnership side, the city, the chamber, fellow developers in the downtown, all coming together to fund and actually bring our resources to the table to make this a successful initiative. So that's how this is going to be successful. And with that, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Gopal. And success in this effort is about businesses, landowners, employers, large and small. Related is certainly one of the largest presences in the city, but this is about all businesses and all employers. So one of our other founding members is the Chamber of the Palm Beaches, which represents the full spectrum of these types of businesses throughout the county. And so for that, would like to introduce the chair of the Chamber of the Palm Beaches, Bob Diffendorfer.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Mayor. As Jonathan mentioned, I'm Bob Diffendorfer. I'm the chair this year of the Chamber of Commerce of the Palm Beaches. With me here today also is Donald Burgess, who is our president and CEO of the Chamber. The Chamber is a founding member of the Mobility Coalition and WPBgo. And we're doing this because we see world-class companies coming to the Palm Beaches. We are a world-class place to live due to our beautiful environment and the extraordinary economic opportunities that are presented here. To keep our quality of life, we need to be doing world-class work on our transportation system. Given our growth and our fast growth, we can't wait for the next rail line or the next overpass to be built. We need to partner well between business and government to do now what we can to help our roads move more people. There is no single silver bullet. As you heard from both Jonathan and Gopal, there are a multitude of potential solutions that we are all committed to endorse and to move forward right now. While sometimes it might mean better signal timing, it might mean an intersection reconfiguration, it often means finding ways to make it easier for people to take the bus, to walk, to bike, or to live close enough to work for their preferred activities that they can walk. At the Chamber, we're looking forward. We're focused on creating a region that will be great for residents, for business, and for visitors for the long term. That future vision does not include people spending more time stuck on I-95 or Okeechobee Boulevard or 441. It means people having quality options and choices to avoid traffic if they want to. So for these reasons, we are founding members of the Mobility Coalition and WPBgo, and we continue to be engaged in this coalition. Our dialogue, and even more importantly, our commitment to action together, are what will help keep West Palm Beach and Palm Beach County moving forward and secure our status as one of the best places to be in America for the long term. Thank you. Jonathan?
Thank you, Bob. And so that brings us to the end of our introduction. We'll take a couple questions if people have questions for anybody that you see behind me or myself. And then after that, we can do one-on-ones, the DDA, the Chamber, Palm Tran, the TPA, the Mayor. All of us are represented here, and anybody else, and as well as leaders of Bright Bike, I think, are here as well. So if we can take a couple questions if anybody has anything for the group. Otherwise, we can break off for any sort of one-on-ones that people have.
Joel Engelhardt, so can you explain how this will help avoid the morning crush of commute, rail, posts, and the drawbridge, and everybody comes into downtown, they face that crush.
Right.
How are you going to help?
So fundamentally, transportation and how we get people in here is a question of space, of geometry. A bus can hold 40 to 60 people, and it takes the space of 3 cars, which holds about 3 when you look at Okeechobee in the morning. And so, this isn't about getting every person out of their car or getting every person to walk. It's about giving people options and incentivizing some of those options so we shift just a little bit. When you are on a freeway or a road that feels really congested, is moving really slow, the difference between that and when it's free flowing is about 5% of volume. So if we can get just a couple percent to do something different, then we will be successful. And that actually creates space for more jobs, for more visitors, for more tax revenue, for more business receipts for our businesses to grow.